over 5,000 Farm Bureau members from across America are here in San Antonio, Texas this week for the 2025 American Farm Bureau Federation's annual convention. And quite a few folks from Western Ag Network country are here in the Lone Star State, one of which is the Montana Farm Bureau Federation's newly elected vice president and our dear friend Casey Mott from Custer. And Casey, I didn't get a chance to visit with you in Billings on the heels of the Montana Farm Bureau Federation's annual convention. But first of all, congratulations on becoming MFBF's new vice president. For the audience at home, I guess just talk about, the inspiration to run for a state office.
Well, thank you very much, Russell. Yeah, running for a state office on a major ag organization in Montana, it wasn't a small step. The Gary Heberhausen, who served as vice president, he stepped down and had the news, and I was riding with my brother. We're checking cows out south of Miles City, and told him, and he said, "You ought to run." And run for vice president. And I got to thinking about it, and it's like I've been on the board for Montana Farm Bureau, and yeah, it's a step up, and it's one of those things. If you're doing this, and it's a lot more responsibility. There's a whole lot more that goes along with being vice president, but you know we as farmers and ranchers, we need to step up. You need to serve. We need to, the people, the other folks out there, you got to serve them and be a voice. And yeah, it takes time out from our doing the work, but it's something that I feel that we need to do.
Well, now that you're officially the vice president of the Montana Farm Bureau, Casey, what are some of the goals that you're hoping to bring to that position, and of course, Montana Farm Bureau Federation as a whole?
Well, I mean, there's all the meetings and conventions, things that we need to go to, but to talk to the farmers and ranchers out there. The great thing about Farm Bureau as a farm organization is the diversity of things that we produce. I'm a cow-calf producer, so it's my world is cows. But we have wheat growers, we have sugar beet people, we have their sheep producers. Gosh, I could go through the whole list. We have folks that grow honeybees and wine. So it's not just one commodity. There's a whole variety of them out there, and it's kind of exciting to talk to folks and see what they do and to hear what their concerns are and try to take these concerns to the state level and then on to the national level.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this morning we heard from Zippy Duval, the president of the American Farm Bureau Federation, and he echoed exactly what you just said. He's like, the power of Farm Bureau, whether here it's at the national level or the state level, truly starts at the grassroots level. Many of times is the actual county farm bureaus themselves.
Oh, sure. That's how I got started, and Bighorn County Farm Bureau, and started off as well, vice president there, then county president, and then moved on to the board for our district, and then here to vice president. And that's kind of how uh, one of the things and one of the goals that we strive for in Montana Farm Bureau is trying to bring our young people up and to get them into positions of where their voices can be heard and they can kind of make a difference in Montana agriculture.
Absolutely. Well, Farm Bureau as a whole, I mean, truly is a powerful voice for America's farmers and ranchers. And that's on exhibit here in San Antonio this week. Isn't it amazing just the powerful voice that Farm Bureau has, not only in states like Montana, but across America?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's the biggest ag organization in the country, and so just as you say, we do have a powerful voice, and we have good people. I've talked to folks from all over the country. Other ranchers and other farmers, ranchers from every state, and it's really good to just talk to them, to hear what they do, and to just be here together.
Well, this year's theme here in San Antonio is Step Up, Drive Forward. And Casey, wouldn't you have to agree, even though we're kind of just getting things underway here in the Lone Star State at this year's AFBF annual convention, there's a lot of hope and a tremendous amount of optimism about American agriculture, especially on the heels of the November election and this past Monday's inauguration of President Trump.
Oh, absolutely. You can feel it. It's like there's a big difference. A new administration, whether people like it or dislike it, it for agriculture, it just means that there's a whole lot of things that are different. We've got an administration that's going to work with us, not against us. We don't feel that the regulatory state is breathing down our necks quite like it used to under President Biden and his well, what he just didn't feel like he was for us. And I do believe that this administration and the people that they're putting in and the policies that they're going to enact, it's just, yeah, it's a breath of fresh air for American agriculture.
Well, it sure is, and we certainly wish you the best of luck as you continue to serve Montana's #1 industry, agriculture, in your new role as Vice President of the Montana Farm Bureau Federation. Again, we've been visiting with Casey Mott from Custer, Montana, just one of the many attendees here in San Antonio, Texas this week at the 2025 American Farm Bureau Federation's annual convention and trade show. Again, for more details about what Farm Bureau is doing on your behalf every single day on your farms and ranches, whether it's out in the West or across America, you can just visit your state association's website, or on the national level, visit fb.org.